Lumpy's Midnight Movie!
Greetings, horror hounds! Lumpy and Shadow in the house for part 3 of Carnival of Souls.
When last we left our car accident survivor and pro pipe organ player Mary, she was losing her goddamn mind being walked away by a passing psychiatrist.
It's nothing but awkward dates and bizarre visions from here on out, all accented by that droning pipe organ soundtrack. You think an instrument named after 2 words for a dude's crank would be cooler?
But not less phallic. Now let's check out Dweller comments before kicking it back over to the film. This one is from @JohnDoe, XJ3BU. Hear me out on this one. Why choose between formats for LMM? Just randomly swap between them. Variety is a spice of life. Or I'm a bit psycho.
Hey, you can have a good idea and be a psycho. Next movie, we're totally trying this.
Thanks, John Doe. That's a kick-ass idea. Make sure to leave your comments, Dwellers. It might get read on the show in the future.
Now, let's resume Carnival of Souls.
Hey, Mom. Yes, you. Why fuss and fret about dinner? Why not have it right here? Yes, this drive-in offers everyone in the family a real picnic treat for dinner. We've got delicious sandwiches with all the trimmings and your other dinner favorites, plus whatever you want to drink, hot or cold. Come early before the show starts, or eat while you're being entertained, or at intermission time. So why fuss? Give your family a tasty dinner at this drive-in.
It was more than just not being able to hear anything or make contact with anyone. It was as though
I was annoying and no one wanted to talk to me.
for a time I didn't exist. As though I had no place in the world. No part of the life around me.
Maybe start a blog.
And then you saw this man.
Yes.
You'll excuse my back, but I wanted to get some of that written down.
I'm gonna make it a mediocre
I must have
movie.
been talking for an hour.
Anything else? Anything you haven't told me?
Like, why are you wearing a potato sack?
That's the whole story. He's been following me, that's all there is to it.
It isn't that simple, though, is it?
You let him on, didn't
What do
you?
you mean?
He could hardly have been in the park this afternoon, or one of us men would have seen him. And that night in the hallway, you said yourself the landlady came up a minute later, and she didn't see him, did she?
What are you driving at?
It's been less than a week since you were in a car that crashed into the river. How you got out of that, no one seems to know. But that experience must have been a serious emotional shock.
You think I imagined all of it, don't you? You think I'm insane?
I didn't say that. I don't mean that.
I'm a competent person. If anything, I'm a realist. I'm not given to imagining anything.
Hogwash. All of us imagine things. Have you never heard 2 men talking behind your back and imagined they were talking about you?
What were those douchebags saying about me?
Have you never imagined you saw someone you knew and walked up to them and found they were a perfect stranger?
I don't see what this has to do with it.
The point is this. Our imaginations play tricks on us. They often misinterpret what we see and hear. Do you agree?
Or are you a
I
wacko?
suppose so.
If that can happen in ordinary times, go a step further. Look what can happen in a high fever or following a serious emotional shock.
Doesn't seem possible that I could have imagined all of it.
The man would have been hotter.
Does this man, this figure, resemble anyone you've ever known? An acquaintance? Or your father?
No.
You have a boyfriend here or back home?
No, and I have no desire for one.
Never?
No.
I like to hit it and quit it.
I'm surprised to find myself saying that. But it's true. I have no desire for the close company of other people.
Have you always felt this way?
Just since I met you.
I don't know.
Don't you want to join in the things that other people do? Share the experiences of other people?
I don't seem capable of being very close to people. I do feel that perhaps I am trying to reach out for those other things.
Do you feel guilty wanting them?
I don't understand you.
I'm not a psychiatrist, and perhaps I'm being clumsy at all this.
Wait, back up.
But
He's
I am
not a
suggesting that
psychiatrist?
perhaps
Is she
this
just in
figure
some
represents
principal's
a guilt
office?
feeling.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Maybe. Frankly, I don't know.
I'm making this shit up as I go.
Well, I know one thing.
The pipe organ.
My imagination is playing tricks on me. I'm going to put a stop to it.
You're a very strong-willed person, aren't you?
I survived, if that's what you mean.
That old pavilion out by the lake.
It represents your dad.
Somehow you associate it with all this, don't you?
I could go out there. I could put an end to that, too.
My powers are endless.
I could go out
Now,
there.
don't be hasty.
If it is all my imagination, I could put a stop to it.
Maybe, but at least someone should be with you. Now, I can't
As you
possibly
say,
get away
Doctor,
now.
I'm a person of strong will. And the time to go out there is now. And if I have to, I can go alone.
Now, if you'll please tell me where the door is.
That's the closet.
So whatever is messing with her head is at the bathhouse?
I think this is the titular Carnival of Souls.
You said tit.
I guess I did.
She looks like she's more likely to be mauled by hobos than find any ghosts.
I mean, daytime is good for her sense of well-being, but it's not very creepy.
I thought Moscow would be harder to break into.
Come see Scooter Castle.
It's the easiest castle to storm, like, ever.
Come on. Mama wants a slot machine.
Ooh, and here comes baby number 9.
Jesus. I'm surprised the baby didn't fall out.
It's a girl.
Just look how strong-willed she is. Go down the slide.
Don't act like you don't want to go down it. There, I have no excuse.
Even the ghosts say try it.
Come on, no one's watching.
Okay, so according to Wikipedia, this carnival was called Saltaire and it burned down in 1970.
A bunch of dry wood in the middle of nowhere? Story checks out. Ooh, sexy cartoon girl. You know, I might get into saltwater bathing.
Well, as long as you're bathing, I guess.
Step right up, but please do not feed the cameraman.
Good Sarah Connor impression.
And she's graduated from trespassing to straight up breaking and entering.
I'm telling you, without Mary Henry, there'd be no Ellen Ripley.
Uh-huh.
Hello? I'm here about facing my fears or something?
Shit, I thought the prom was at 8 a.m.
Anyone seen an unfinished juggalo around here?
It's a nice building for a swap meet. Well, that was a waste of movie time.
With Valsinex, I don't have to worry about my genital herpes.
Ask your doctor if banging with crotch warts is right for you. Side effects may include seeing the dead.
With Valsinex, they'll never see your herpes coming.
So literally nothing came from that.
She threw a rock at a corpse.
So who hasn't?
Let's cross the street and see what she's doing now.
Say, I don't want to get turned down again.
Then just don't ask.
I was thinking asking you out to dinner.
Everyone else
I
said
stopped for
no.
a bite to eat on the way in.
Swing
Anyway,
and a
I
miss.
have to practice at the church this evening.
Look, how's about if I took you up afterward and go someplace and dance or something?
I'm sorry. I'm not much for dancing.
Hey, you mind if I ask you a question?
I won't know until I hear it.
What, are you afraid of men?
No, I'm not afraid of men.
Well,
I just don't like
you
you.
seem sort of cold. This morning when I brought you the coffee, friendly.
This morning I needed company.
Well, maybe you'll need company tonight.
Look at the guy. He's practically humping the banister.
Walking home alone.
Yes, it is. I should be finished around 9. Will that be all right?
That's okay by me. Say,
I'm gonna get a hand job though, right?
see you in church, huh?
Lumpy, is she playing the same song?
You think I can tell?
Kind of a lousy turnout.
Well, look at the opening act.
£1,000 of metal for something I can probably do on my phone.
Yeah, but I mean, why would you?
Oh, hey. Thanks, movie.
Oh, the musical murder these hands have done!
Oh, I need a manicure.
I love the message. Include gay demons in your films, Hollywood.
You don't need to mute it, Lumpy.
That wasn't me. I think the movie is just showing mercy.
I think she's getting motion sick.
Don't puke on that organ, lady.
Though this is the best song so far.
Damn, is her ass moving some pedals too?
She sure likes the center keys.
And our reprieve is over.
Come on. We went there already, and it sucked. Remember?
Crap, I agreed to go out with the perv guy. What was I thinking?
Where are these two in relation to each other?
Night of the soggy dead. No carpet is safe.
Is my son bothering you? Sorry about that. He just thinks you're pretty.
I'm starting to think something's not right with her. Whee!
This is fun. Just keep
Whee!
spinning.
This is fun! Whee! I feel sick! Man, humans cannot dance!
She is tripping balls.
Hi, I represent a group that wants to talk to you about your spirituality. Now, is your credit in good order?
Profane. Sacrilege. What are you playing in this church?
A pipe organ!
Have you no respect?
Nope.
Do you feel no reverence?
Not at all.
And I feel sorry for you and your lack of soul. This organ, the music of this church, these things have meaning and significance to us. I assume they did to you. But without this awareness, I'm afraid you cannot be our organist. In conscience, I must ask you to resign.
That way you don't get unemployment.
Look at the bright side. Your Sunday's just freed up.
You don't think majoring in pipe organ in college was a mistake, do you?
At least play the Castlevania theme before you go.
That does not mean that I am abandoning you, nor should you turn your back on the church. There is help here, and I urge you to accept it.
We just don't want to financially support you.
I wonder if I missed my shot with her.
We don't need to see him smoke the whole cigarette. We get it.
And a small fire starts as they walk by.
Well, hi there. I've been waiting an awful long time for you. My car's just over there. I know just the right place to go.
Hang on, is that?
Music without fucking pipe organ.
The legends were true.
What's the matter? Don't you drink either?
Not really.
Not really. How else is there if you don't drink really? Answer me that.
Let me speak for Mary for just a second.
Now me,
Go fuck
I
yourself.
not only drink really, I really drink.
And I'm also charming.
What's the matter? Do you like the music either?
I like it fine.
You don't like it. You don't like to dance, and you don't like to drink. You don't like for a man to hold you close. That's it, isn't it?
I didn't say that.
You haven't said anything all evening.
Maybe it's your animal magnetism, you prick.
Why not go play that song again? You like it so much.
Plus, we can only afford the one song for the scene.
Hey, Johnny, who's the doll?
Nobody you know, chicken.
Oh, come on now. You've been holding out on me. That's not the kind of pig you usually drag around.
This one's a human.
You quit licking your chops. She's out of your class.
You want to bet?
Lay off, huh? I got something on the stove there, man.
Well, listen, I'll help you put it over.
I don't want her to think I even know creeps like you.
Wouldn't want her to think you're a dickhead or anything.
Good luck.
Meet someone you know?
Yeah. He's a college fella.
At least that's where he sells Adderall.
He told me about this girl who's been wanting to meet me.
To see if I'm the one who did it.
Wanted me to meet her.
What'd you tell him?
I said, how could I? You're my date, you know.
And that makes you a lucky woman.
Said you didn't seem to enjoy my company much.
That's not true. I really appreciate your taking me out this evening. I'd had a miserable night if you hadn't.
Forget it. Come on, here. Join the party. Drink up.
Look, I can't drug you if you don't drink.
Look, I paid good money for that stuff. It ain't poison.
I'm sorry if I annoy you.
You know, I don't get you. First you stand me off. Well, that's okay. That's class. Figure you got something, you're just holding back. Now, everything I say is okay. You're a mouse.
Yesterday I didn't care. Tonight I want to be with you.
Why?
Me or just with anybody?
With you.
For reasons unknown.
Why don't you thaw out, But maybe you want to be alone, huh? I'll leave you alone
I
if
don't
that's
know.
what you want.
I like being with you, really I do.
Lumpy. Any chance of this guy
I
dying?
don't want to be alone.
Oh, for sure. But it's gotta be like a prison
I wanna be
shanking
near
or
you.
something. I don't think we're gonna see it here.
What a fucking weasel.
You mean that?
Yes.
On the plus side, there's no way you're seeing sex in this movie either.
Why don't you and me get out of here, huh? You know, my room's only a couple of feet from yours. Ain't likely to get very far from me, are you?
Tell me she keeps a straight razor in her bag.
Seriously, no one can dance at all.
Monsters do have their place. In the zoo, in your nightmares, in the deep, in your favorite horror movies. But not in your living room, on your TV. Don't let pay TV be the monster in your living room. Pay TV and cable TV companies are seeking the right to charge you for the very programs you now get free. If you want to stop pay TV and save free television, sign the petition in the lobby of this theater. Let your lawmakers know how you feel in the fight against pay TV and cable TV.
I don't know how I feel about leaving Mary alone with that pervert.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be okay until next week. Besides, we're out of time.
That's true. Thanks for watching, Dwellers. Be sure to check out our links in the description.
Only one part to go. Mary's world is falling apart, and we're here for the ride.
Good night, Dwellers.
Peace out.